Monday, July 8th, and I'm just entering the woods heading north from Branchville. Angelica and Matthew have gone home. Angelica really wasn't feeling well, and she's got some kind of thing going on with her inner ear. So we were like the dizzy couple. This is really pretty. I want to camp here. Except I've gone like 10 feet of the trail. This is really cute. Like a little secret garden here. But, yeah, I got to make my miles today. It's a lot cooler. It's wet, so rocks and roots are going to be wet, so I got to be really careful. This is my first time alone in a long time. I was with people before I fell. I was with Ketchup when I fell, and then I've been with Angelica and Matthew and Pop after my fall. So this is my first time alone. I am nervous. I feel like I'm a different, like a different type of hiker, you know. I was not afraid at all. I was hopping on rocks. I was walking as fast as I could. I was having fun. I was feeling strong and confident and capable. And now I am nervous and tentative and slow and all that fun stuff. So today will be a good test to show myself that I can do this without falling again. And that's what I'm mostly afraid of. And I got my new shoes. Hold on. Got my new Hokas. Look at all that. These are awesomeness. So here I go. Hopefully the rocks have abated. It occurred to me that I don't think I've explained yet the situation with all my various hiking partners. So Peabody got ahead of us a day after I fell. He continued on as he should, and he's gone home. He's had some knee issues, so he's home and off trail. Lolly, before all of this, had gone home, so Pop and I were hiking together. But Lolly is back, yay! And but they are ahead of me. Probably, I don't know, a few days. I don't know, I have to calculate. But they're ahead of me. I've been hiking with Angelica and Matthew, but now they're home. So, yeah, here I am, alone again. That's why. So there's the update on that situation. Another thing I forgot to mention is I'm slack packing today because my daughter surprised me. She texted me and said that she's heading down tonight to visit me. So we're staying at a hostel then, so I'm slacking. And I'll meet her at the hostel tonight after my hike and spend tomorrow together. So I'm not sure I can get her to actually hike, but we'll definitely take a walk in the woods. So I haven't seen her since February, so I'm excited. And that's why I'm slacking. So we'll go to Mosey's hostel in Port Jervis. And that's why I'm slacking. I'm at the Culver Fire Tower. And as much as I would love to climb it, I will opt out. Sadly, as you know, I love fire towers and big rocks and all, but it's my first day alone. The stairs are wet. It's a light drizzle. And today's actually the first day I don't have vertigo, which is really awesome, but I'd like to keep it that way. So I'm just gonna bypass the fire tower. There's plenty more ahead. Nice view though. gosh, I'm being overwhelmed with the most beautiful smell. Ah, it's one of my favorites. And no, that's not poop, those are tree roots. Smells so good. I'm not on Zoom, he's just staring at me. He's just right there. I bet if I move, he's gonna run. It's okay, baby. How beautiful. They must be so used to hikers in this area. You're just standing right there. I'll be on my way. So pretty. The trail is just gorgeous today. It smells so good. One of my favorite smells is pine needles. And that's what I've had for the last mile or two. And the trail's pretty flat. There's been a decent amount of rocks, but a lot of flat areas too, you know, without rocks. So my first solo day back in the woods has been greeting me quite nicely. But I will turn my phone off so I don't fall. That was Sunrise Mountain and the pavilion up at the top, so it was pretty cool. You'll see New Jersey, and they say on a clear day you can see the Poconos Ski Resort, but it's kind of cloudy off in the distance today. But I'm getting closer. I think I have another 3.5 or 4 miles to get to the trailhead where I'll head back to the hostel, and then I get to see my daughter tonight. So that makes me very happy. I am about a half mile from my finish. What is today? Monday. July
8th?
Oh, you're as bad as me. Yeah, Monday, July something, right?
It's July.
I know what day it is.
You know what day it is.
After the weekend.
And this is the what shelter? I keep saying Machu Picchu. It's a Mashipacong.
Right.
Machu Picchu. And Castaway here stopped me.
Yeah.
And he mistook me for Angelina Jolie, you know, how famous.
I thought that was your trail name.
Yeah, right. But you're section hiking.
Yes, yes.
And recognized me and said hello, so thanks for saying hello. So you're out here for a month, you said?
Yep, 23 days in right now. So
cool.
Working on the beard.
Yeah, I am too. My mustache. My son would be proud. He usually, you know, I'll be driving, and he'll reach over from the passenger seat, and he'll go, "Oh, Ma, you got one right here," and he'll pull. I'm driving, and he's like plucking my hairs, you know.
It's a good son.
Yeah, he's 18. He's awesome. He's, you know, just taking care of me. You know.
I do that to my mom.
You do it to your mom. Do you want to say hi to your mom?
Hi, Mom.
Say hi to your mom.
Sorry.
Hi, Mom.
What are your names?
I'm Redbeard.
Redbeard.
Giggles.
Giggles? Yeah. Do you giggle a lot?
No.
Inordinate amounts.
Inordinate amounts.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my ride's going to be down at the trailhead, so I'm going to get going. It's nice to meet you all.
Nice.
Thank you for speaking up, Castaway. And
Recognize
everybody, safe trails, happy trails. Oh, look. Oh, how cute is that? Who is this?
That's Rochi.
Rochi?
Yeah.
Has he been with you since Springer?
Since Pennsylvania.
Oh,
because he's an Eagles fan.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Totally saw that. All right, good. I am so happy. It's the end of my day. I'm just sitting here on a little log waiting for my ride, which is Mosey. She has the hostel in Port Jervis, and she's not here yet, so I'm just waiting. And I feel good. So it was just shy of 9 miles today, which is not a lot, but I feel really good. So if I wasn't being picked up here, then I mean, I got several more miles in me, so I feel confident. The temperature's broken. I think it's probably in the mid-70s or something like that, but it's been cloudy, so it hasn't been super sunny or hot. So those symptoms that have been just plaguing me probably were a combination of the concussion syndrome or symptoms and the weather. But right now, a week has passed and I feel really good. I feel like the old try. I would say about 90%. I'm not going to push it. I'm definitely just a little tired, and you know, like I do have a headache behind this eye, just kind of right here, just kind of pounding, but nothing that would stop me, nothing that I'm feeling particularly concerned with. So yay! So Mosey will be here in a few minutes. I hope tonight my daughter's coming and we'll have some dinner. Tomorrow we'll go for a walk. I won't call it a hike because she's not a hiker and doesn't have the appropriate shoes or, anything like that she'll need. But we'll certainly put our feet on the Appalachian Trail. Somebody had told me about a pretty easy section just a little up north where it's flat and easy my goal is just to see her and go for a nice walk, maybe get an ice cream and have conversation and hugs and love. Haven't seen her since February, so that will be fun. And then the next day I'll be dropped right back here, exactly here, and I will continue north across that street and into the very rocky area before the Highland Park headquarters. Yes, this is a video. Oh, no. So we just stepped onto the Appalachian Trail from the Belleville Creamery. And they're not open yet, but there's a little blue blaze. So we just walked down. We're gonna walk less than.
Be careful with your feet.
Be careful with my feet?
Yeah, you just tripped over a rock.
I didn't trip. Anyway,
I like safety.
I'm spending my day with my daughter, and we are just walking and killing time till the ice cream place opens, and we'll get an ice cream, and I don't know what we'll do, but I wanted to get her on the AT. So here we are on the Appalachian Trail. Right, Bridget?
Yeah.
Yay, it's fun. Nature.
There's shade, so that's nice.
There is shade. It's hot out. As usual. Magic. So someone's left a big old jug of water, and all the hikers have signed. So her trail name is Trail Mix. So she's signing it. But we're not taking water because we have a vehicle. Trail Mix. I will sign it when I pass through in a few days on foot. Yay! She said, I would love for you to see a bear, a rattlesnake.
I'm all set with just chipmunks right now. Thanks, though.
She gets very excited over chipmunks.
They're so cute.
They are cute.
I love them.
We're at Mashipacong shelter.
I'm certain that's how you pronounce
And
that.
Machu Picchu shelter. So Bridget, what do you think about the shelter? You want to stay here for the night?
I'm gonna go home to my bed.
To your bed?
Yeah, my queen-size bed with pillows and blankets and air
Oh.
conditioning.
What fun is that?
I got work at 8.
Any interest in hiking?
Nope.
Like,
Not even a little. Like, maybe even less now.
no. Why?
You see this?
Yeah, I do see this. We could sleep in the tent.
For 6 months? I don't think so.
One weekend.
No.
You said that too quickly.
No.
Guess what?
You love me?
Yeah.
Figures.
Figures?
Yeah, you birthed me. You have to.
I have to. I love you because I love you. And I want the whole world to know it.
Right. I'm gonna go home.
Alright. Thanks for coming down to visit me.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Love you too.
I've settled into this shelter. It's really early and I'd like to continue on. It's about 4:45, but I have a friend coming, actually one of the followers on my YouTube channel that I've never met. She's coming to this shelter to meet me first thing in the morning, and I would head on and stealth camp or something, but she's got to then hike to meet me, and this is right near the road. Also, she's getting parking up at the Highland Park, I think it's called, the headquarters. So she's got a shuttle here and yada, yada, yada. Also, the section right from here, from what I understand, there's about 6 miles or something. The first mile or two is pretty nice and flat, but then it's really rocky, and it will probably take me, 4 hours or so, I think is what somebody told me it took them. So I didn't want to get there at dark, so I'll just hunker down. There's not a soul here. I'm all alone, just sitting here. And yesterday, that picnic table was full. There was Redbeard and Wizard and Giggles and Castaway and me. And this is where I stepped off the trail, and that's why my daughter dropped me here today. But now it's almost 5 o'clock and I'm still sitting here alone. So I hope I'll have company tonight. If not, that's okay. I'll have company tomorrow while I hike, and I'll just embrace being all by my onesies tonight. It was nice to see my daughter. She's not a big fan of, the outdoor adventure type thing, as you could tell. Oh my gosh, this is the most adorable little chipmunk just frolicking in the grass right over there. He's so cute. I haven't seen Bridget since February, since she dropped me off at Amicalola Falls, and oh, there's mosquitoes on my phone. So it was really nice to see her. I know. I'll be honest, it was so tempting to just stay in her car and let her drive me back home and just quit the trail and be with my family. It was very, very tempting, but it would have been a spontaneous decision that I would regret, I'm sure. You know, what positive outcome would come of that? I have a goal, I set out to do something, and I need to stick to it and make it happen if it's within my ability, which at this point it is, which leads me to that I've been calculating how many days are left and the terrain and how many miles, and I'm concerned. So I'll calculate it better maybe today, since I'm sitting here and I have daylight and there's no one around, and come up with a reasonable plan with how many miles I can reasonably do maybe for the next week, since I'm just getting, you know, rolling. And then maybe in another week I can just add 1 or 2 miles or whatever, because once I get into New Hampshire, most people who've completed a through hike have told me that once I'm in the White Mountains and in Maine, that my daily mileage will be cut in half. So if I'm averaging 14 miles a day, don't expect to do much more than 6 or 7. So I need to kind of respect and trust people who've been there and plan accordingly. And I don't want to get to Katahdin, you know, in mid-October. I know in theory I have until October 15th when they close the mountain, but I don't want to be in the snow and the rain and, you know, the freezing rain. I did that in the Smokies this year, and I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of winter hiking. That's for the birds. God bless anyone who likes it. I'm not saying it doesn't have its charm and its fun, but that's for you. Have fun with that. I don't want to. So I would like to get there before that. It might mean I have to flip. I don't want to flip. So all these things are going through my head. So I just got to chill out about it and keep heading north, and get a plan in place and accept it if I have to flip up, whatever it takes to reach my goal, right? Right. So I waited about an hour and a half, and so 2 hikers arrived and informed me, had I looked at the notes on Guthook, which I always do, but not tonight. My daughter dropped me off at the shelter, and so I just sat there and figured I'll just sleep in here tonight. Well, they arrived and pointed out that there are snakes living in the roof of this shelter, and that 2 hikers were sitting in there, and 2 snakes just dropped out of the ceiling while they were sitting there. So they're just black snakes, so not rattlers, so that's okay. So we've just pitched our tent, and I went from being alone to having tons of company, and 2 people in particular that I am excited to see. There's actually maybe 3 tents way down the other end to the other road, and then a few here, but let me show you who walked in. It's the only positive thing I can think of about being injured and taking some time off. It's just leaks, because you're just complaining again, like always. Look who's here.
This guy's got a triplex too, and his leaks too.
Oh, really? Uh-oh. So this is not going to be a good review for Z-Packs. No. So John and Amy, Leeks and Mouser. So when's the last time I saw you in Daleville, right? Yeah, when I flipped up to Pennsylvania. So, see, I just said it's good that I took time off. Yeah. Together again. Isn't that a song or something? Should be. And we got photos. And?
Photos.
Say it again?
Peregrine.
Peregrine.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, no, Peregrine.
Peregrine.
Yeah, I got it.
You had to say it multiple
It took us a
times.
minute.
Did you even know what it was?
No, he had to show us.
Oh, brother, they're helpless. They're hopeless. Anyway, you guys made my night when I saw you walking in, so it's all good. Well, today was a nice day. It was so good to see my daughter, and then I'm at a beautiful shelter. The privy is nice and clean, and there's great tent spots. I'm nice and comfortable in my tent, and to see Mouser and Leeks again, you know, John and Amy, and some other wonderful hikers that I got chit-chatting with. So yeah, it's been a pleasant evening. It was a pleasant day, but I need to hit the ground running. I need to just put my head down and go and really focus on Maine. I'll be hiking with a woman named Carol tomorrow and the next day, and so I'll introduce her when she gets here, and you'll get to meet her. And so I think that will be good, because I'm ready to do more than I did with Angelica and Matthew last week. I'm definitely feeling better, so maybe Carol and I can just kind of pump up those miles in the next 2 days, and then I'll be alone, and actually I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I just want to see what I'm made of. I've got, the pressure is on. I got to get to Maine, and I'm going to get to Maine. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to commit and get up early and whatever it takes. I don't know. I've been struggling with my mileage all along and my body just being exhausted, so I don't want to not honor what I'm made of. But on the other hand, how many hands do I have? Anyway, I'm going to get to bed. There's so many mosquitoes, but they're all either outside my tent or in John and Amy's tent. Not in mine. Good night.